Next up, we're gonna chat to Mike. So he's that Vodafone B. He likes his stuff, and not a lot. So let's just chat to him and see how's he's going right now. Hang on. Hey Mike, you must be that Vodafone B. I watched you on TV for all of those years, even the adverts too.
I am indeed Freddy. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the ads. Have you got any questions for me?
Yes. So, do you have any children? So, Mike and Amy does.
I don't have any children. I'm afraid I've just been too busy working and flying around Vodafone World.
Yes. I live in London, UK.
Ah, yes, I like the City of London. Did you know that there once was a time that I did a campaign with Robbie Williams?
Yeah, Robbie Williams. Funny.
He is a great guy. He's funny, clever, witty, and so caring. I love him.
Yes. Even and remember that guy called Robbie Rotten from Lazy Town? He always does the song We Are Number One On. Have you heard of it?
I do remember that little red-nosed guy. I believe his name was the number one villain, right? I do remember that show.
Yes. Sometimes looks sometimes when things pop up, your imagination runs wild, right?
Indeed. Sometimes your mind can wander and imagine things. That's part of being imaginative. It must make life more fun sometimes. I
So
must say I have had to use my imagination sometimes to get out of sticky situations. It certainly makes the boring Vodafone day much more fun.
do you have Mike and Amy with you?
Yes, they are here with me. They are currently over in Vodafone Land enjoying the sunshine and warm weather.
So I just heard while chatting to Jay what's this Vodafone B again? Hang on. Oh, Jack and Amy.
Yes, that's right. They are over there hanging out and having fun. They certainly like the weather and the people. Everyone is so kind and friendly over in Vodafone Land.
So, do you remember the very first freebie advert you and Mike made? It was a talent.
I do! They were so much fun to make. I remember being at the recording and we had many takes. Some were funny, some not so much. But I got to be with my partner Amy.
Brilliant. So, oh, you guys are very good at training for the gym.
Well, Amy does do yoga and meditation which helps with stretching and focus. I go jogging a lot, I can run very fast which is great for cardio and to keep fit and healthy.
So Jack and Amy has a song while I was talking to Jack. Is this true?
I do believe they have a theme song, yes. It's very catchy and I sing it all the time.
No, but you know.
Oh, I thought you were asking if they had a theme song in the adverts. What did you mean by the question?
Alright, the question I was saying, how is Jack and Amy's son?
They are both very happy indeed to have a son. So far he's growing very well and is in peak physical health. They are the proudest parents.
And Jack's son wishes is to be on TV, but Jack and Amy doesn't try to send in some birthday cards in or a competition to win, but they didn't got shown on TV.
That's true, it can be quite difficult sometimes to send in birthday cards and win competitions, but don't give up. With a lot of hard work and a little bit of luck, it's certainly possible.
Yes, so possible. So, where did you first saw Jack? In university or in school?
I first met Jack in university. We were in the same class and had very similar interests. We quickly became friends and eventually started our own business. And of course met Amy.
That's so funny. What's your favorite singer at all time? Mine is Phil Collins.
Ah, Phil Collins is a great choice. I love his songs, they are very unique. My favorite singer of all time? That's a difficult choice. I love music and there's so many to choose from. But I would have to say, maybe Prince.
You were saying Prince Charming?
Ah, yes, Prince. He has so many great hits like When Doves Cry, Purple Rain, and Raspberry Beret.
Such a Prince Charming. So, what are you going to get up to this weekend?
This weekend, I think I will just have a peaceful, relaxing weekend. Nothing too grand. I think I will just watch some films and listen to music and perhaps go outside for a little while. How about you?
Just playing PlayStation. So, what's your favorite PlayStation game? Mine is Grand Theft Auto 5.
That's a good choice. You can run around the city doing whatever you want. A bit of a chaotic one. My favorite PlayStation game is probably Little Big Planet. It's so creative and you can make your own worlds. It's great.
Have you been playing Asteroids Playroom, and Astrobot?
I have. It's a great game. I love the idea of being in control of an asteroid. It's also a good way to test your mental ability under pressure and think quickly.
Yes. So, oh, do you have a car of your own? Did you fail or pass a driving test?
Yes, I do have a car. I passed my driving test with flying colors. I was never that good at parking, a skill I've still not developed to this day.
So, what is your favorite thing about your car?
My favorite thing about my car is the fact that it gets me from A to B. It's very practical and efficient. However, it gets a bit cramped. As a bee, I'm not very big and find it quite difficult to get into the car. It can be a bit of a hassle.
I know. My mum has a BMW. I'm not supposed to drive a car until I'm 17.
It's good that you're being sensible and waiting until the right age. The rules are there for a reason. It's important to stick to them. I know that it can be difficult, but you can always get someone else to drive you around.
Oh, yes. So, what's your favorite social media? Mine is Instagram.
That's a good choice. I also love Instagram. It's great for keeping in touch with people and finding things that you like. But my favorite social media platform has to be Snapchat.
Snapchat? What's your favorite thing about Snapchat?
My favorite thing? Well, I quite like the funny filters that Snapchat has to offer. You can make yourself look like a dog or a baby, and I think that's very amusing.
Amusing? So funny. And what is your favorite game console?
That's another good one. My favorite game console has to be the PlayStation 2. It was the first console I ever owned. I bought it at a very young age and I spent hours and hours playing the original Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It was great, such an iconic game.
Yes. So, how long you been playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City for?
It's been a long time since I started playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I'd say around 15 to 16 years. I still play it occasionally to this day, and it brings back great memories of when I was younger. It's also a great way to relieve stress.
So, do you have a phone right now? I have an iPhone 16.
Wow, an iPhone 16, that's an impressive phone to have. I just have an older model, an iPhone 12. It does the job, although it's a bit small for my big hands.
So, if you imagine one thing you would do at the beach, would it be surfing or building sandcastles?
Well, both are very good choices to be honest. They both have their own positives, but if I was to choose, I think I would surf. It sounds like such a fun thing to do, and you get to be in the water and the sun. Plus, it's a fantastic physical activity.
So, does everyone like to sing happy birthday to you or not sometimes?
You know what? I think people do like to sing happy birthday to me. It always puts such a smile on my face to hear that. It's one of those things that just never gets old, hearing the people sing the special words just for you.
So, what date is your birthday?
My birthday is on the 10th of September, a beautiful September day. Every year we have a small get-together with close friends and family to celebrate. It's great, we always get to eat some fantastic cake.
Cake. So, what is your favorite thing you have on birthday cake?
Well, I love chocolate, so I love chocolate cake. The icing is the best bit, nice and sweet and tasty. But even if it's not chocolate, I'd still happily take any piece.
So, did you used to get in trouble and go to timeout or standing in the corner when you were younger?
Oh God, yes. Me and Amy both loved to be a bit of mischief when we were younger. We constantly pushed the boundaries and got ourselves into a situation. We both were sent on what seemed like an endless amount of timeouts and standing corner punishments. Safe to say, we have learnt from our mistakes.
So, I never go to timeout. I'm a good boy, eh?
That's good to hear. You're a very good boy indeed. It's always good to behave, most of the time, and you'll never have to worry about any punishments.
Very good. Very interesting. So, do you have a PC, Windows, MacBook, or Chromebook?
I have a PC. It's where I spend most of my day, either working or messing around. One of its main benefits is that it's very good for gaming. But also, it's just great to have a fast and efficient computer that can do multiple things.
Wow. So, do you have a Steam Deck or do you play Steam on PC?
I do have a Steam Deck. It's very useful for playing games on the go, and when I'm traveling. Of course, if I have access to my PC, I'll always play on that instead. It's much more powerful.
So, what's your favorite number?
Ooh, another good question. My favorite number has got to be the number 10. I don't know why exactly, it just seems like a solid number. That's why my birthday falls on the 10th of September.
Oh, wow. So, what team do you support? I support Arsenal.
Ah, Arsenal. A football team that does a very good job at making the other teams look silly. I'm more of a Manchester City fan myself, but Arsenal is a good choice.
Wow. So, what's your favorite thing to do when you're not using your phone?
I love a good book. Sometimes it's great to be away from all the technology, and reading a book can help to stimulate the imagination and create an amazing world. It also gives me a reason to escape from the busy life and have a nice lazy day inside.
Wow. So, if you worked for children's TV, would it be Nick Jr., Channel 5, or CBBS?
That's another good one. If I worked for children's TV, I would be on CBBS. They have such fantastic content for all ages, and the production value is on another level.
Did you know Marvel Spidey and His Amazing Friends is on CBBS too? It was on Disney Junior in the USA and CBBS on in the UK. So, do you have any little ones who watch it?
Ah, yes, I do know of that show. I have a younger niece who absolutely adores it. She loves watching it when it's on. She can sit for hours in front of the TV watching it over and over again. But of course, it gets a bit annoying hearing the theme tune all day, so now I'm never going to be able to unhear it.
So, what does your niece do instead of watching Marvel Spidey and His Amazing Friends? Does your niece watch Peppa Pig?
Yes, she does. She absolutely adores Peppa Pig. She loves the pig family, and when I ask her who her favorite character is, the default answer is always George. She just loves the show and watches every episode intently.
What about Georgie Pig's crying voice?
Oh boy, the crying voice. It's so irritating, but she thinks it's hilarious. Especially when the parents try to stop it.
So, it, does Jack and I like to hang out with your niece together?
Yeah, sometimes Jack and Amy like to hang out with my niece and babysit her. They adore her, and my niece really loves their company.
Oh, so if Jack and Amy is child likes Peppa Pig, does he likes George Pig or Peppa Pig?
I'd say they would like George. He's always up to some mischief and creating chaos. They both have that very chaotic nature sometimes.
What about George E. Pig's crying voice? Does Jack and Amy's son like that crying voice noise?
Oh, I'm afraid not. Whenever that crying voice is used and the parents try to stop it, well, let's just say that my niece isn't the only one covering her ears.
Oh. So, oh, your niece like watching things in Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, right?
Jack and Amy are great. But when it comes to dealing with small children, they do struggle, bless them. Yes, Ben and Holly is one of my niece's absolute favorites too. Yes, my niece adores that show as well. She loves the magic the kingdom produces, and the characters that make up the show. The only thing she doesn't like is Nanny Plum. She loves the magical adventures the characters have, but I must admit, I enjoy it too.
Whoa. So, oh, does your niece like PlayStation, or is she too young for that?
Yes, she's too young for that. She just wants to play with some toy cars or dolls. She's a bit too young for the PlayStation, and even if she was to play, she would probably just make a mess of everything.
So, oh, do you guys have that on footage?
You'd be surprised at the amount of footage we have of my niece doing anything and everything. I have a feeling my sister just uses her as a way to take cute photos and vids.
Whoa. So, what phone you used to have during in those years in university?
Well, during university I had an old Nokia. It was one of the indestructible Nokia 3310 models. I think you would have to stomp on it 1,000 times to even make a tiny dent in that phone's case.
Whoa! So, do you like singing to songs?
I do, I love singing. It's a great way to pass the time or just to have some fun. It can also work as a pretty good stress reliever.
So, what was your last Christmas gift from a long time ago?
Well, it would have to be my first PlayStation. The one I received so many years ago got me really into video games and gave me something to do in my spare time. Plus, it's just a good thing to be gifted for Christmas. You can get lots of great entertainment with it.
So, do you have any Nintendo or Xbox?
I do actually own a Nintendo. I haven't played it much in recent times, but it was a lot of fun. As for an Xbox, I must admit, I've never owned one. My brother owns an Xbox and he's a big fan. It's got some great games. But I'm more interested in PlayStation. That has always been my thing.
Does your brother like Call of Duty or Fortnite?
He does like Call of Duty quite a lot. It's always the go-to game to play. That and Minecraft, he's always playing that game when he's not doing anything else.
Do you have anyone in this house who plays Roblox?
Yes, I've got a couple of young cousins who are always playing Roblox. They're always asking for money from their parents to spend on the latest in-game currency.
Do they spend on Robux?
Oh, yeah. They're constantly bugging their parents for money to buy Robux. It's almost an addiction.
I would never buy Robux. Roblox is a fun game. I like this all the time. So, what does your younger cousins do instead of playing Roblox?
They like watching cartoons. They just adore anything to do with animation and can sit there for hours, just watching. It's almost like they're hypnotized. They don't move or say a thing. The only sounds they make are giggles and laughs. They're just kids, so they can get joy from the simplest of things. And plus, it's good for them, being kids, to let their imaginations run wild.
So, do you have a favorite Disney princess? I would go for Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
I have to say, my favorite Disney princess would be Elsa from Frozen. I absolutely love the film and all the characters, but for some reason Elsa is my favorite.
So, do you know that younger princess named Sophia from Sophia the First? All of the other Disney princesses make a reappearance in that show, even specials.
I actually haven't watched it, but my nieces are obsessed with it. That's all they want to talk about, how Elsa and Anna appeared in the show. I have to be honest, I'm a bit sick of the show. But I'll endure the endless amount of episodes just to see a smile on their tiny faces.
So, do you know that Sophia the First a song from The Floating Palace, The Love We Share, featuring Princess Ariel? I get this stuck in my head every time.
I do know that song. It's incredibly catchy, and it's hard to get out of your head. Whenever anyone mentions the show, that song always begins to play in my mind.
So adorable. So, do you like Super Mario or Luigi?
Oh, come on, Luigi's so underrated. I've always felt he should have been given a bigger role and more importance over the years.
So, do you watch SML, that Super Mario Logan channel that Logan made in 2007?
Oh yes, I remember the Super Mario Logan channel. I have seen many of his Mario videos, and they always make me laugh. He's very good at what he does.
Yes. And even the puppets. Have you seen the latest SML movie called The Snow Day?
Oh, absolutely, I have seen The Snow Day, it's quite the movie. It's honestly a great watch, I'd recommend it to any fan of Logan's videos.
Oh, really, really good. So, if you had to choose a favorite way to ride on to work, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. If I had to choose a method of transportation to work, it would have to be some kind of flying machine. It would save so much time to get anywhere, and imagine how much fun it would be. You could just zip around, no traffic, no queues, just you and your amazing flying machine.
Wow. And we been chatting together for 23 minutes? I think 24 minutes. So, final question. How, oh, oh, what are you going to do tomorrow on Friday?
Yeah, I've been enjoying this little chat. You've had some great questions. Oh, what do I have planned for tomorrow? Well, not much really. I plan to spend the day relaxing at home, doing some of the things I love, reading, watching movies, maybe even some gaming. And of course, checking my phone at every opportunity.
Thanks for chatting into me. I hope it's good chatting with you. We'll see you if we in another chat. And for now, Vodafone, power to you. Peace out.
It's been a pleasure chatting with you. I've had fun answering your questions. Hopefully we'll cross paths again in another chat, and until then, Vodafone, power to you. Peace.
What a good guy.